Welcome back to the Legs Feed the Wolf podcast. I'm Christian.
I'm Tyler, and a funny story for you guys here today. So our usual filming spot was taken earlier today, and then we came back to film it now, and it was taken again. So we had to go to the music school, which is a huge school.
We're in the music building, which is a huge building.
We know
it's
nothing
a labyrinth
about,
in here.
We
It
know
is so
nothing
confusing.
about this.
We were just walking around, walking in. I actually walked into a big theater area, and I walked up into the stage part, and I opened the door, and I just see a bunch of people looking down my way, and it's just a lot of all these heads just looking up at me.
At
I don't know
2
what they were
o'clock on
doing.
a Sunday.
It's 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know what they're doing, but
Yeah.
yeah. So now we're here. We're gonna talk about aliens today.
Yeah, we got this episode is pretty much just going to be about Bigfoot, urban legends, conspiracies, aliens,
Yeah.
our childhood superstitions, crazy stuff.
So Tyler has told me a couple times about his Bigfoot club that he started, and
Yes.
that's where we got the idea for this episode.
So when I was in, I think it was around 5th grade. Yeah, it was 5th or 4th grade. I made a Bigfoot club in my elementary school because I love Bigfoot.
You believe Bigfoot's real?
I do believe Bigfoot is real. I'm a big Finding Bigfoot guy. I would always watch
What
YouTube
makes you
videos.
think Bigfoot's real?
I just believe.
Yeah, but what evidence?
I'm Finding Bigfoot. I know it's stupid, but I really do believe that stuff. I don't.
Okay, but there's no evidence. See, I'm the type
I
of
get
person-
it. They never actually find Bigfoot. They do find clues, but they never actually find Bigfoot, and I get that. However, I just like to believe in him because I think he's real. He, she, whatever you want to call it, Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot's real, based on all the stuff I watched. I just was so enthralled by Bigfoot when I was younger. Whenever I would be in a forest area, I would literally go out in the forest and pretend like I'm looking for Bigfoot. I'd be like, oh my God, look at this. And I would always make the Bigfoot sounds. Oh. No, actually, it's not that one.
Yeah.
It's I forget how it is, but Bobo, he was this big guy in Finding Bigfoot, and he would make a mean Bigfoot sound.
How do they even know what Bigfoot sounds like if they haven't
just
even seen
from
him?
experiences and stuff like that?
Well, also, what Bigfoot the same thing as Sasquatch?
Yes.
Okay.
But
See,
Bigfoot is different than Yeti.
I don't buy it. I haven't seen it, and until I see it with my own eyes, I'm more of when I see it, then I can believe it.
Have you seen the video of the people? It was in the 70s, and Bigfoot's just walking across this rocky area, and it's in the 70s. You can't it's kind of really hard to fake stuff like that.
Why do you say that?
This
Fake a
is-
lot of things.
I feel in the 70s, it's much harder to edit video, and
How do you
and,
think
if it's not edited video, then it would have to be someone in a costume. But
How
I
do-
don't even
how do
know
you
where
think-
you would buy someone in a costume.
How
like
do you
that.
think they broadcast the moon landing?
All right, we can get into this another topic. Another
I'm just
day.
saying. I don't. Until I see it, I won't believe it.
I'll have to show you that video after this episode. But I'm a big Bigfoot believer. I always will be. Whenever, like I said, when I was little, I would always go in the forest. I would just try to find Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's just a fun thing to do.
The other thing is the next one want to talk about is aliens. What do we think about that?
Well, there's 2 different types of aliens in my eyes. There's obviously extraterrestrials. Anything out of Earth is technically an alien. It
Yeah.
could be a plant. It could be
Exactly.
anything.
That's what I think. I think aliens.
I do believe in that type, but I do also believe in that there is another life form somewhere out there. Whether it's in this universe, a different universe, galaxy, wherever it is, I do believe there's another life form that is like us humans, or even more smarter, or maybe dumber. I definitely do believe in that. Whether they look like us or not, I do believe in it.
Yeah. Well, I think there are aliens, but it's not what we think it is. I think it's gonna be some the
stereotypical aliens the green.
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
Oval.
It's
It's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be
be like that.
Definitely not. I don't think. Actually, I have no idea what they would look like. I could see it being some looking like a slime and just slithering around.
Well, I really could see, because apparently I think it was Mars, that one of the planets that they actually have a sustainable food source there. And it's not scary, but it's kind of crazy to think about that on one of these planets there's a sustainable food source that they don't know if it was man-made or it was already there.
Yeah.
So something could be living off of that.
Would you, if you had the opportunity, would you go to space?
Would I have to go through all the training?
If they're just doing commercial flights to space.
It's you don't have to do training or anything.
No, you just go for vacation.
Now by space, would I just float in the atmosphere, or would I go to a certain planet?
You go to a space station. It's like a bus station, but for space.
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
I wanna
I would love
float. I wanna
see because
be in
I'm not
zero
even.
gravity.
Yeah. Because I don't really know. I don't really trust what people say space is about. I feel like it's a lot different than what it is. So I think it'll be interesting to see how it works.
In reality, like none of us have really. Well, we will never see space, and space is just depicted as a blackish, dark bluish field of nothing with stars, and that's just what it is in movies and TV shows and photos. So what if it's really not like that?
Some people don't even think space exists in the first place.
Yeah, well, some people think they were just like a simulation.
Yeah. So you never know. It could be. I feel like if you go up there, and the scariest thing for me is if you're up in space and you get detached from your spaceship. What's that movie called?
Gravity.
Is that what it? I never seen it, but
is it with Matthew McConaughey?
I don't know who that is.
Well, this is which is crazy, which I think it might be true. I mean, obviously not. I've never been there. Really, no ordinary person has been there. But in the movie I don't know if it's Gravity, but it's the one where Matthew McConaughey goes to space. And the time in this certain universe or galaxy he goes to is completely like paradox compared to Earth's time. So he was there for maybe like 5 months, but he actually in Earth time he was there for 50 years. So when he got back, his daughter was like 70, 60 years old, and he's still the same age.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think about because I think that actually could be true, where the time could be different up there, which is really crazy. Do you believe in doppelgangers?
See, I don't really get what that is.
So a doppelganger is you as a person in a different galaxy, universe, Earth 2, whatever, and they don't live they're you, but you don't have the same life. Like
okay, yeah, I've heard about
you can have a doppelganger in like Earth 2 or 3,
yeah,
and maybe that guy is a genius, or maybe that guy is a football player, or maybe you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that?
Yeah, I could believe in it. But where would it be though? On Earth?
On
Earth or what?
I learned about doppelgangers from the show The Flash, and it's like such like a stretch. But in The Flash, they had like Earth 1, and then which is like say our Earth, and there's Earth 2, which would be their Earth 2 doppelgangers, which is from like a parallel universe or I don't really. What is the difference between universe and galaxy? Is universe? I don't know.
Universe is the whole everything. Universe is everything. I think.
So then
galaxy is just like the Milky Way galaxy.
So then it would be Earth 2 from a different galaxy, and that Earth 2 would have me say, and maybe I am a scientist there. But in the show, they have like Earth 3 doppelgangers, and they're completely different than who they are in Earth 1 and Earth 2 and Earth 3. And it's kind of like weird to think about because I know it's based off a comic book, but I think it's definitely possible. I don't know if I believe in it per se, but I think it's definitely possible. But it's scary to think that. Imagine you seeing you.
Yeah.
Well, ever think about it? You will never see your face from other than a mirror. How crazy is that?
I mean, you could never, like, I don't know. That is weird. That's weird to think about.
You will never see your face.
You want to? This is totally random, but another crazy thought. Do you think it's possible that, for example, we're in the music room right now. My jacket right here is red, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that the red I see is different from the red you see? So I see this red, but you would say we both agree it's red.
Yes,
but the red you see to me is pink or purple or
right
black.
Now the red I see is more of it's like lighter red.
Okay, yes, but no, you're not understanding me.
Say I saw that as a pink red. You saw that as like a
no, not at all. You're not getting me. Look, this is red.
Yes.
We both agree it's red.
Yes.
But the red I'm seeing to you could be black. But we're taught that this is red, so we both say it's red. But the way I'm seeing it could be totally different from the way you're seeing it. You think that's possible?
Well, I think everyone's eyes are different.
They are different, but I'm talking about like it's a totally separate color. Like if I were to look at this jacket through your eyes, knowing like what I've been taught, would I still think it's red? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think that's possible?
I don't know. That's definitely a weird thing to happen. I don't know. So do you believe in that? Or is it just a thought?
I think it's possible. And we would never be able to know.
Yeah, you would never
How
be
would we
able
ever?
to.
How would we know? You know?
I guess it would have to be some research on someone's like retina or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard of the thing where people that are colorblind actually, like we are actually colorblind. Like there's actually no colors in the world. Our brain implements colors. Like our brain like makes colors. And when you're colorblind, it's not your eyes that's wrong. It's your brain, because everything is actually only black, white, gray.
All right, wait, sorry to interrupt you, Tyler. Sorry, we're not used to talking this close to each other, but say it, don't spray it, please. Sorry, we're really close to each other right now, and I'm getting a little bit of the...
Okay, I'll make sure to back
All
up
right.
a little bit. I think that's true.
Yeah, okay.
I think that could definitely be true. I don't think there's a scientific study on it, but that's crazy though. If that's true, which I believe it is, it's my belief that it's insane. What if it's crazy? What if literally everything is just black and white, and
Yeah.
shades of black and white, but our brain tells us that there's colors.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
that honestly ties into what you said, because it's
I
all the
feel
brain.
like you never know. I wonder what it's like to be colorblind.
Yeah, I know. I've always said the same thing, and like I feel like if you get like the pair of glasses, like it's not the same. You know,
Yeah,
it's not the
definitely.
same, which is like crazy to think about. All right, so back to what we were talking about earlier. I'm a very big fan of the show called Lost Tapes. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So Lost Tapes is a show. I'm assuming it's not real. I'm really not sure. I for the longest time thought it was real, but I mean, me being older now, I don't know if it can be real. But there's just this one episode I watched. I've watched others, but this one just stuck with me for my whole life. That it's about vampires. These people move into a house, and they have cameras around the house, and in the basement, real like life vampires. And it's not like the movie Twilight vampires. They're like, they walk on all fours. They're like very scary looking creatures, and they the people that live in the house like eventually find out about them. And I'd say go look it up yourself. It's definitely something to look at, whether it's true or not. I mean, I'm assuming now that there's no way it's actually true, but that is like really scary to me.
I don't believe in that stuff.
You don't?
I believe in ghosts.
The supernatural? I do believe in the supernatural.
I believe in ghosts, but I don't know. Other than that, I'm not very superstitious. I was raised not to be. My mom was never superstitious. And she always told us don't believe in those things.
Well, ever since I saw that, I created like my own childhood superstition, and every single night before I would go to bed, I was always scared that they were gonna come out and get me. This was like, I mean, I was old too. Like, I was in. I think it was around the Bigfoot. It was like 4th, 5th grade. You know, like I was a little old, and I would always say, I would pray to it's like the vampires to like, if I'm gonna get bit, can you please like bite me where it doesn't hurt? I swear, I would be like,
oh my
if I'm gonna get bit and turn to a vampire, please bite me so like it doesn't hurt. You know? And then I would always check under my bed and in my closet like 3 times before I go to bed. And then I would always finally go to bed. I eventually obviously grew out of it. It didn't take that long to grow out of it. I can't believe I was that scared of it when I was like, I don't know, how old are you in 5th grade? 10?
10, yeah. I was 10 in 5th grade.
Yeah, so crazy that I was still that scared of it, but.
Yeah, I think as a kid, what was I scared of? You know, as a kid, I was scared of food.
Food?
I was really, certain foods, I would eat it, and it would be in my mouth, and as I'm swallowing it, I think I'm going to choke on it, and I'd spit it all out. What? It was a legit I would not eat because I was scared of food. And my mom would get so mad at me, bro. My mom would be pissed because I'd eat it, and I'd just be like, I'm going to choke. I can't. I'm going to choke. And I'd spit it out.
Yo, no way.
And my mom would be so mad at me because I just wouldn't eat.
My parents would kill me if I did that.
Oh, yeah, I know. So, ever since then, though,
what about
I had a couple scoldings, and now I eat everything.
You were never scared of or believed in anything when you were little? Anything
Ghosts.
related to this topic? Scared or you believed in?
I believe. Scared of ghosts and believed in ghosts.
Now, by ghost, you mean
like
just a presence, a presence of a supernatural being.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Like dead people.
Yeah.
I was scared of that.
I had experience with the supernatural.
Really?
Yeah. So what happened? My grandfather passed away when I was in 6th grade, and this was about. It was very short after. This was a while ago. I don't remember the exact dates and stuff, but I do remember where I was living, and I was going around. I was outside. And I was going, and this house had like, it wasn't a basement, but you can go downstairs, like to the side of the house, and there was like a storage room. I think it was connected to the house. I'm not too sure, but I would leave like my bikes and scooters in there. And keep in mind, this was like I'm going to say it was like a week or two after my grandfather passed away and like after the funeral and stuff. That's what I mean. After the funeral and stuff in the wake. And I'm going, and I've never had any relations between going on bikes with my grandfather, but I don't know. This was one day I was going to get my bike and I feel someone tap my shoulder. And I'm like, what the hell? I turn around, no one's there. And like when I tell you, like Christian, when I'm touching your shoulder like this right now, that's how it was.
That's how it felt.
It wasn't just like a nice little like wind or like touching the top of my hair. Like it was a literal hand on my shoulder. And I don't know, ever since then I'm like, I thought it was just my grandpa. Just
That's crazy.
yeah.
That is crazy.
And I remember that to this day. You know, I forgot a lot of stuff from 6th grade, but I think I'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
And it was very.
I've never had any run-ins with any ghosts, but my cousins in the Philippines, there was one summer where my cousins in the Philippines, this was with my cousins at my cousin's house. And their house is pretty big. It's scary.
How old were you?
14, 15 years
How old
old.
were they?
So the cousin's house who I was at, I don't know how old they were. Like
What's the general? Like, were they young or old? Or middle?
Older than me.
Okay, okay.
Two of them are older than me, and then there's one younger than me.
All right, that's all that matters. So keep
So
going.
I was at their house, and it was a time where we were really into watching scary movies. This age, I don't know, we used to love watching scary movies. We loved to scare ourselves. But I really panicked one time because I didn't know this happened, but they had problems in their house with like supernatural,
Oh wow.
like ghosts.
And they just
stuff.
never told you?
And we watched a scary movie. Then later my cousin tells me, my cousin Iñaki, he goes, hey, a couple months ago we had problems with these beings. I don't remember what the name was, but they had a priest come to the house, bless the house, on each door. The thing that freaked me out was there would be these 3 white crosses on every door.
What?
Yeah, like painted.
That's like scary.
Like,
that's
it's
like
like
that's
finger-
like the movies. What they do in the movies.
Yeah, no, they did it in their house. And when he told me that, I did not sleep. I had to. I kid you not. My younger cousin, he's how many years younger than me? Like he's 16, so he was
3
years. He was 3 years younger than me at the time, so he was like 10 or so. I had to sleep in bed with him because I was so scared.
Did he tell you the exact encounter they had?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was. But what freaked me out is the fact that what freaked me out the most is just seeing on all the doors. It's like there was a priest and he got fingerprint paint.
Yeah.
And then just like put 3 white crosses on all the doors.
Wow.
Yeah, it's scary. It is. They told me about it and I couldn't sleep there. After that I was terrified. I couldn't sleep by myself in the bed.
I know you told me when you were younger about the moo right?
Yeah. So yeah, my mom wasn't really big in superstitions, but one of the things she never really told me this. She wouldn't really tell us this, but it was just her. Like the Philippines, their cultural thing is they use those superstitions to scare kids. They would do it in ways, so they believed in the mumu, which was like, that was, I don't know, some type of, there's a story behind it. I'm not sure what it is, but someone got killed and there's a ghost, but what they do is they scare kids, like, hey, don't do that, like, Mumu's there, or don't go over there, Mumu's there, or something like that, and just scare kids. And my mom never told me about that, but my aunt would always scare me about certain things. And to this day, this is actually our question of the day today. Something our parents or an adult or anyone said to us as kids that we still take to heart. One of the things my aunt said to me, she would say these things, like I would have when I was a kid, I had these really weird mannerisms. I just had these weird like things I would do. And my aunt didn't. My aunt is very OCD, So she's like, if you do something that's a little bit off, like she doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. She's uncomfortable. And she would scare me into saying like, I would like stretch my neck, and she'd be like, hey, don't do that because one day you're going to stretch your neck and it's going to stay like that. And you're never going to be able to move it back. So now I never like, I used to crack my neck and stuff. I used to do things, never crack my neck. Different things that just scared me that I still to this day I can't. Like, I don't want to crack my neck. I'm scared my neck will be stuck in one way. I'll crack it and go, and then I'll be stuck like this. I'll be talking to you like this forever, So.
Yeah, I don't really have that many. I have like the stereotypical one where it's like both my parents. They'd be like, oh, you're not going to like me now, but you're going to thank me in the future.
Yeah,
regarding like school, that's like a classic one, I feel like. I don't know, this is what like stuck to me, but I will definitely do this to my grandkids, whatever, children, whatever. My grandpa would always, whenever we would get food, he would say, well, it was usually breakfast. It was usually bacon. That's usually what it was. And he would always say, hey, Tyler. It's like, what's up, Grandpa? He would say, let me have the bacon. I just want to make sure it's not poisonous. And I would always believe him.
Make sure it's not poisonous.
That's
a classic. That's a classic.
Every single time I would believe him. And I'd always give him like freaking bacon. And
would you still do it to this day?
Oh, I would do it. I joke around with like my dad. I'd be like, oh, that's poisonous. Let me take this.
Yeah.
I joke around.
That's funny.
I think I'll definitely use that. Definitely when I was younger, I was actually scared. There's two things actually. The first one, my grandma hates when I crack my knuckles.
Really?
Like right now, Grandma, I know you're listening. Like I know you hate that. And she hates it. And she'd always say, Tyler, you're going to get arthritis. Arthritis. Yeah. And I would say, no, Grandma, it's not true. It's just a myth. She just hates, and that's always stuck in my head. And then the other thing, I don't know who told me this, but another just I don't have any of that like unique ones like you, but classic, if you eat the apple seed or watermelon seed, it's gonna go in your stomach.
Yeah, you're gonna have a tree in your stomach.
I always believed that when I was younger. Always.
Yeah, that's funny. For me, one of the things to this day that I still hate doing, so I love my mom, right? And it still hurts me. It still hurts me to step on the cracks.
Wow, I can't believe.
It's still like that's how much I care about my mom, bro. I don't want her to suffer because of being me being selfish and stepping on the cracks, bro. I'm serious. To this day, I can't get over it. I still don't like to step on the cracks.
What's the saying? Step on the crack.
Don't step on the cracks, or else you're gonna break your mom's back. All right.
What was the first time you heard that saying?
Dude, I don't know when. I was young though, and I always hated it. Actually, I never liked it. Even before I heard the saying, I just didn't like stepping on the cracks. So that's why I feel like if my mom's back ever broke, I'd be just I don't know if I'd be able to live with that guilt.
That's funny.
That would be a tough one. Another thing, there are a lot of things actually that stuck with me. One thing, like a phrase that I really liked, that there was this coach, a soccer coach, who said it, and I still think, like when I'm working out or something, I still think about it. We were doing this circuit in practice when we were young, like we were doing like a lot of fitness, and it was hard. It was really tough. And he goes, "This is the difference between the champs and the chumps." And ever since I always think about that, this is the difference between the champs and the chumps, And whenever I'm doing I just want to do a little extra. I mean now my new thing now is legs feed the wolf.
Yeah.
But I used to always think champ. You want to be a champ or a chump?
Yeah. Well, to end off this question now, the old famous saying from Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
Yep. Big thing for me, if you're not first place, second place is the first loser.
I like that one a lot. Second place is the first loser.
It is the first loser. So people brag about second place. No, I don't accept that.
I came second place in my triathlon. I was pretty happy about that.
Get out of here, bro. Second place? What? That's like saying, the one thing I can't stand is the word almost. It's like saying, oh, yeah, I almost won. I almost scored a goal. I almost had an interception. Well, did you? No. So why are you even mentioning it? That's how I see it. The word almost should just... I just want to take the word almost out of my vocabulary.
No, just the fact that I finished the triathlon. I came in second in my school. I was happy. It never doubted me. No one thought I was going for first, obviously. But no one actually thought I was going to do that good. But doesn't really matter that much. Dang. But, yeah, that's it. So before we end this off, we're going to talk about the future podcast, we're gonna start uploading Mondays and Thursdays now, 2 episodes a week.
Yeah. Just
And-
something we thought we could do 2 episodes a week.
No,
We started off with 1, but now
No,
we're getting a little bit better at the editing part. It's quicker. We understand the process. So we'll be able to do 2 a week. So we'll do
Mhm.
Mondays and Thursdays each
So-
week. We don't have a set time. But
yeah, it's just gonna be probably in the afternoon, somewhere around there, whenever we get a chance to look at it. But our next episode, we'll have our first guest, so make sure to tune in and you'll find out who that is.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys can check us out on Spotify, YouTube, 1306sports.com.
At Lex Feed the Wolf Podcast, and
Legs
that's
Feed
it.
the Wolf Podcast.
Peace.
Thank you. Peace.